Good day, everyone. Hope everyone is having a safe and great start to your day. This is King B News and Views with another video. So, what it says on the screen there, scientists say sprinkling diamond dust into the sky could offset almost all of climate change so far, but it'll cost $175 trillion to do so. Right? So in yesterday's video that I made, I was talking about their war against the sun, right? And now today I just come across this article by Live Science that's talking about their plans on what they want to do to cool the planet off, right? Is going to mention in this article about their plans to try to stop some of, if not most of, the energy that is coming from the suns, plural, because there's more than one sun. I talked about that in yesterday's video, right? And so let's get into this article. Let me get into this article. Sprinkling diamond dust into the atmosphere could offset almost all of the warming caused by humans since the Industrial Revolution and buy us some time with climate change, scientists say. Right. New research indicates that shooting 5.5 million tons or 5 million metric tons of diamond dust into the stratosphere every year can cool the planet by 1.8 degrees Fahrenheit or 1 degree Celsius, thanks to the gem's reflective properties. This extent of cooling will go a long way to limiting global warming that began in the second half of the 19th century and now amounts to about 2.45 Fahrenheit or 1.36 Celsius, according to NASA. The research contributes to a field of geoengineering that's looking for ways to fight climate change by reducing the amount of energy reaching Earth from the sun. So once again, like I explained in yesterday's video, I titled the video "The War Against the Suns," and that's what I just read to you, right? Let me continue. It's a very controversial topic, study co-author Sandro Vattioni, a researcher in experimental atmospheric physics at the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology in Zurich, told Live Science. There are many scientists who want to forbid doing research, even research on the topic. To mitigate the sun's warming effect, researchers have long suggested using tiny particles or aerosols that reflect the sun's rays back into space, injecting these aerosols into the stratosphere, the layer of Earth's atmosphere that sits between 7.5 and 31 miles or 12 to 50 kilometers above the planet's surface, means they will stay in the atmosphere for at least 1 year before falling back to Earth, researchers say. Stratospheric aerosol injections, or SAI, takes inspiration from cooling that sometimes takes place after large volcanic eruptions. Volcanoes eject huge clouds of sulfur dioxide. This gas is converted into sulfuric acid in the stratosphere, then condenses to form fine sulfate aerosols that reflect sunlight back to space, preventing it from reaching Earth and warming the planet. Previous research has explored the plausibility of pumping sulfur dioxide into the stratosphere to combat climate change, but there are several undesirable side effects to consider, Vattiani said. So they even looking to use sulfur dioxide, right? It's crazy. So let's see, where was I? Okay, sulfuric acid aerosols absorb a considerable amount of solar and terrestrial heat, meaning they could trigger warming in the stratosphere that may affect the winds that circulate within it. Any perturbations could then ripple through the troposphere, the layer of the atmosphere below the stratosphere and above Earth's surface, causing disruptions in global precipitation patterns and circulation, he said. This is where diamonds could come in handy, Vationi said. See now, look at all the lines up there, right? And I got the window open. That's not glass, it's a screen. The window is open. It's like in yesterday's video. If anybody watched that and was thinking that I was looking through glass, I wasn't. The window was open. This is just a screen. Right? This is what they're doing. And so far what I've read in this video tells you and tells me that what they're doing is not working. Just like I said yesterday. Because as fast as they can spray using all these planes, spraying all these lines that you're seeing right now in this video that I'm showing you, the energy from the suns, plural, is burning that shit right on up. It's not working. So they're desperate. So now they want to use diamond dust and every year spray diamond dust into the stratosphere, hoping that the diamond dust will reflect the energy back out into space, so-called space, because they want to cool the planet off, right? Make it more comfortable or more habitable for who? For what? Right? Like I said in yesterday's video, like I titled it, this is the war against the suns, because you know what? It's heating up. This is endgame. Things are changing. Right? Nature is fighting back. I read an article about squirrels in California eating, hunting and other another animal, voles they call, a rodent. Right? Now squirrels is known for eating nuts and seeds. You know what I mean? You got squirrels in California hunting rodents in California. Crazy. You know, everything is changing. Everything is different now. Right? The universe is fighting back. These are their attempts. What they're doing up there is not working. Even while this video, you see they still spraying. And believe me, it was thicker than this before I made this video. All the lines. But you see how it's clearing up? They still spraying. But it's not working. They know it's not working. The energy is too powerful. It's burning all that shit up. So now they want to use diamond dust. They're desperate. This is desperation. Their control and what they've been doing, their time is over, right? Because the energy is too high for them, and it's too powerful. They're not going to be able to stay here. They're going to have to go back to where they came from. Huh? If for those who know what I'm talking about. All right? Okay. Let's continue. Okay. In a modeling study published in October, he and colleagues found that diamond particles will cause neither stratospheric warming nor any other notable disruptions. That's because diamond powder is extremely reflective and doesn't clump together, which is the reason why some other materials absorb heat instead of sending it back to space. A few hundred high-altitude aircraft would need to fly around Earth emitting particles constantly to reach the amount required for cooling, Vationi said, but such considerations were beyond the scope of the study. We just looked at diamonds and we didn't think about cost or how these particles can be mined, he said. But obviously, these are also questions that need to be considered to determine if it's feasible or not to do something like this. So this is how desperate they are. They didn't even consider or think about how much it would cost, or even would it be even possible to even do this, because they would have to do it constantly. They know it's not going to work. Nothing that they have been doing is working anymore. And if they do this diamond dust bullcrap, it's not going to work. It's over. Right? And what else does this tell you? Cold is not natural to this planet, to this realm. It's not supposed to be cold. They make that shit up. Spraying their clouds and making their clouds and you know, I mean, it's not a mystery. They've been open about what they do and the technology they use. They've showed the machines they use how it work, how they make the clouds. Right? They got a device, a machine that make clouds. They have shown this. You can look it up. And they have them on the back of these planes, and also the canisters that's pumping out the chemicals. And see, they're doing it right now. See, it's not natural. What's natural? Even the snow. It's not natural, right? Okay, in a new study published Monday, December 16th in the journal Environmental Research Climate, the researchers confirmed that diamonds are theoretically, at least, the best material for stratospheric injection. So they're not even sure about this. It's a theory. They're guessing. Okay? Like I said, they're desperate. The team compared the cooling efficiency of diamond particles with that of aluminum and calcite particles using an Earth system model that stimulates the full climate response of an intervention. They found that the quantity of diamond dust needed to cool the planet by 1.8 Fahrenheit, 5.5 million tons per year, was about 1/3 the amount of other materials needed to achieve the same cooling effect. But the cost and energy demands of these different materials remain unclear. A 2020 study estimated that SAI with sulfur dioxide from 2035 through 2100 will cost $18 billion per year. And the cost of aluminum and calcite is likely to be in the same ballpark, Vationi said. The bill for diamonds will be much higher, with the 2020 study calculating a total cost over 65 years of 1.75 trillion. Wow. In this respect, calcite particles might be a better option, Vationi said, adding that calcite is a major component in limestone and therefore easily found in huge quantities across the world. There are enormous uncertainties around SAI, and scientists are nowhere near implementing it. Some experts are opposed to conducting this type of research at all due to the unforeseen consequences it may have, and because they say it siphons funding away from other climate research. But not doing this research will also be to look away from a potential technology that could at least help to mitigate some risks, Vationi said. SAI and other geoengineering strategies are not solutions to climate change, but they could buy us some time, so they know it's not going to work. Right? I'll read that again. SAI and other geoengineering strategies are not solutions to climate change, but they could buy us some time, Vationi said. They know this shit is not going to work. Nothing they're doing is working. They're just looking to buy time. We really run the danger of passing some irreversible climate tipping points and ecological tipping points, and SAI could potentially help to avoid passing these tipping points until we have reached the net zero goal, he said. Now that's the end of the article. All right? And eye-opening, but they know it's not going to work. Nothing they're doing is working. They're just looking to buy time. And while they're looking to buy time, right, while they're looking to buy time, everything, they don't care about cost. They don't care about what could happen, the aftermath. They don't care about the damage done. They don't care about damage to the damage to the environment. They don't care about damage to wildlife. They don't care about you know, the negative health effects to us. They don't care about none of that, because they're just looking to buy time or something that they know is not going to work. They will destroy this entire planet. They don't care. They're just looking to buy time. This is their heaven. Where they going? They have nowhere to go. Right? You know how they say one man's heaven is another man's hell? You ever heard that saying? They're just looking to buy time. Right? They'll destroy this whole entire planet rather than give up the control that they've had. Like I said, their time is over. Those who have been controlling everything, their reign over us is over and is done. But they're going down, kicking and screaming, and they will, if they can, they will destroy this entire planet. They'll just destroy it if they can. But that's not going to happen. I assure you that much. Like I said, like I titled my previous video, right? The war against the suns. Can also say the war against us, the war against the universe, the war against nature. That's what it is. That's what this is. And if anybody watching this video, if you can't see that, then I don't know what to tell you. It's been going on. This is the real war. Right? This is the real war. Never mind all the other nonsense. This is the real war. This is what we need to pay attention to. Okay? This is what's going on. Right? So stay tuned, pay attention. Pay attention. For those of you who are looking to grow food, you're looking to grow your own food, you can. It's been difficult in some areas. It's harder in some areas to get going and to start a crop and grow your own food outside, because again, all the chemicals that they're already using, and they're looking to add more diamond dust. You know, crazy. But you know, look at the trees suffering, right? You know, the soil is no good, right? And it's worse in some areas than other areas. But what you can do is you can grow, you can plant the seeds and inside your home. You know, they got something called micro gardening that people are doing. You know, micro gardening they do inside. Or you can, you know, if you have the space, you can buy a shed or build a shed on your property, and you can grow inside there. You know, where it's more control, and you can get your soil and buy your soil or whatever have you, and you know, make sure you put the necessary nutrients in the soil and you know, and the minerals in the soil to, you know, that the seeds are going to need to grow and take root and grow, and you can grow your food. I spoke about this before, and some of you who, if you don't have the space, you have an apartment, you can they got what they call grow bags, something called grow bags, you know, and that's supposed to be affordable, and you can purchase grow bags and get your soil, and you can still grow your own food. If you have limited space, you can do that as well. You know, if you don't have the space, you can still. It don't mean that you it's hopeless and you can't grow your own food. You still can, right? You still can, you know. But this is the real war. They're trying to destroy this planet. You know, they're trying to destroy this planet. This is a war against the suns. This is war against nature. This is war against the universe. This is a war against us. That's what this is. You know? And nature is fighting back. Right? But we have to do our part. We have to do our part in this. We got to stand up and do our part. And we also got to stand up and protect each other and look out for each other. Right? We can achieve great things. We can do the impossible if we come together and band together and stick together. There's nothing we can't do. Right? But this is King B News and Views. Stay safe out there. Watch your back. Love yourself unconditionally. Keep your loved ones close. You know? And protect the babies, the children, the women. Like I said, we're at war. We've been at war. Look out for each other. And it's about unconditional love, not conditional love. Love is conditional. True love is unconditional. Remember that. Okay? And talk about these issues. Sit down and have conversations, you know, with your immediate, you know, with your group, with your tribe. Talk about these issues. Talk about different solutions. Brainstorm. You know, share your views. Leave your comments too. I mean, leave your comments or whatever platforms. But we need to start coming together. That's another thing I see when I'm online. I see, you know, people. There's too much egos online. You know, too much egos. Too many people who make content and got this idea of I'm right and I'm smart and I'm intelligent and the rest of you are dumb and stupid and don't know nothing, and you know, the egos is out of control. We need to tone the ego down, get in control of ourselves and come together and stop all this bickering and debating nonsense. We can easily just come together and talk. Share information that each individual have, you know, in the group setting, and talk and come to real conclusions and find real solutions. But as long as you see people folks going at each other, that's what they want. They're gonna continue doing this nonsense they're doing there, and they're looking for more ways. But they're losing. They're not winning. They're losing. Like I said, they're desperate. They're desperate. We have an opportunity. This is our moment. Join this fight. Come together. Right? Because they're weak. But we got to come together first. It's King B News and Views. Be safe out there. To the next video. Shout out to all my subscribers. I'm gone. Peace.